find details on the standard foothandle indexes for different occupancies, several resources are available. Firstly, NFPA 101, the Life Safety Code, specifically Section 7.2, 1.5, 1.3.1, provides minimum foothold depth and length requirements for stairs in various occupancies. Additionally, Section 11.72 specifies foothold depth and length requirements for accessible stairs in public and commercial buildings. Secondly, the International Building Code, or IC, Section 1012.52 requires stairs to comply with NFPA 101 requirements for foothold depth and length. Thirdly, ASTM F1394-19, which is the standard specification for footholds for ladders and stairways, provides dimensional requirements for footholds based on various applications. Fourthly, always check the building codes of specific jurisdictions, as local building codes may have additional or modified requirements for foothold dimensions. Now let's delve into the specific footholds for different occupancies. For assembly occupancies, the minimum foothold depth is typically 11 inches or 280 mm, and the minimum foothold length is 14 inches or 356 mm. In educational occupancies, the requirements are generally the same, with a minimum foothold depth of 11 inches or 280 mm and a minimum foothold length of 14 inches or 356 mm. Healthcare occupancies often have stricter requirements to ensure safety. The minimum foothold depth is usually 12 inches or 305 mm, and the minimum foothold length is 16 inches or 406 mm. For residential occupancies, the standards are slightly less stringent. The minimum foothold depth is generally 9 inches or 229 mm, and the minimum foothold length is 11 inches or 280 mm. Commercial occupancies typically require a minimum foothold depth of 11 inches or 280 mm and a minimum foothold length of 14 inches or 356 mm. Industrial occupancies also generally follow these measurements with a minimum foothold depth of 11 inches or 280 mm and a minimum foothold length of 14 inches or 356 mm. Remember, these are general guidelines, and specific requirements may vary depending on the specific occupancy and the building code jurisdiction. It is always recommended to consult the relevant codes and standards for the most accurate and up-to-date information. When reviewing NFPA 101, ensure that you are looking at the latest edition adopted by your local jurisdiction. The Life Safety Code is updated regularly to reflect advancements in safety technology and best practices. Within the IBC, pay attention to any local amendments that may modify the requirements outlined in Section 1012.52. Local jurisdictions often have specific considerations based on regional factors such as climate, seismic activity, and unique occupancy types. ASTM F1394-19 provides detailed testing and performance criteria for footholds used in ladders and stairways. This standard is particularly relevant for manufacturers and installers to ensure that footholds meet the necessary safety requirements. Local building codes are paramount, as they are the legally enforceable requirements in a given area. Always consult with local building officials or a qualified code consultant to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. When designing or evaluating stairs for assembly occupancies, consider the high volume of traffic and the potential for overcrowding. Footholds should be designed to accommodate a wide range of users and to facilitate safe and efficient egress during emergencies. In educational facilities, prioritize safety and accessibility for students of all ages and abilities. Ensure that footholds are slip-resistant and provide adequate support for users with mobility impairments. Healthcare occupancies require the highest level of safety and accessibility due to the vulnerability of patients and residents. Footholds should be designed to minimize the risk of falls and to facilitate safe movement for individuals with a variety of medical conditions. Residential occupancies should balance safety with comfort and aesthetics. Footholds should be durable, slip-resistant, and aesthetically pleasing to complement the overall design of the building. In commercial buildings, consider the diverse range of users and activities that take place within the space. Footholds should be designed to accommodate both employees and customers and to withstand heavy use. Industrial occupancies often have unique challenges due to the presence of heavy equipment, hazardous materials, and demanding work environments. Footholds should be designed to be durable, slip-resistant, and resistant to chemicals and other environmental factors. In addition to the dimensional requirements for footholds, also consider other factors such as lighting, handrails, and the overall design of the stairs. Adequate lighting is essential for visibility and to prevent trips and falls. Handrails should be provided on both sides of the stairs and should be designed to be easily grasped and used for support. The overall design of the stairs should be carefully considered to ensure that they are safe, accessible, and user-friendly. When evaluating existing stairs, conduct a thorough inspection to identify any potential hazards such as worn or damaged footholds, loose handrails, and inadequate lighting. Take prompt action to correct any deficiencies and to ensure that the stairs meet all applicable safety standards. Regular maintenance is essential to ensure that stairs remain safe and functional over time. Inspect footholds, handrails, and lighting on a regular basis and make any necessary repairs or replacement. Keep stairs free from obstructions such as clutter, debris, and spills. In addition to complying with building codes and standards, consider implementing best practices for stair safety. Provide training for employees and residents on how to use stairs safely. Post warning signs to alert people to potential hazards such as slippery surfaces or steep slopes. Encourage people to use handrails and to take their time when using stairs. By following these guidelines, you can help to ensure that stairs are safe and accessible for everyone. Remember to consult with qualified professionals such as architects, engineers, and code consultants to ensure that your stair designs and installations meet all applicable requirements. Staying informed about the latest codes, standards, and best practices is essential for maintaining stair safety and preventing accidents. Also, consider that the depth and length of footholds aren't the only important factors. The material they are made from plays a crucial role in safety. Choose materials that offer good slip resistance even when wet. Common options include textured concrete, rubber, and metal with abrasive coatings. The placement of the footholds is also critical. They should be evenly spaced and consistent throughout the staircase to avoid causing trips or stumbles. Proper lighting is essential to ensure visibility, especially on stairs. Insufficient lighting can make it difficult to see the footholds and increase the risk of accidents. Install adequate lighting fixtures that illuminate the entire staircase, including the footholds. Handrails provide support and stability when using stairs, especially for individuals with mobility issues. Ensure that handrails are installed on both sides of the staircase and are easy to grip. The height and extension of the handrail should comply with building codes and accessibility standards. The structural integrity of the staircase is paramount. Inspect the staircase regularly for signs of damage, such as cracks, loose footholds, or wobbly handrails. Address any structural issues promptly to prevent accidents. For outdoor stairs, consider the impact of weather conditions. Snow, ice, and rain can make footholds slippery and dangerous. Implement measures to mitigate these risks, such as installing heated footholds, applying de-icing agents, or providing covered walkways. Consider the needs of individuals with disabilities when designing or modifying stairs. Building codes and accessibility standards provide specific requirements for stair design to ensure that they are usable by people with a wide range of abilities. This may include providing ramps or elevators in addition to stairs. In high-traffic areas, implement traffic management strategies to prevent overcrowding on stairs. This may involve using signage, barriers, or designated pathways to guide people safely. Stairs should be kept free of obstructions at all times. Do not store items on stairs or allow them to become cluttered with debris. A clear and unobstructed staircase is essential for safety. Encourage users to report any safety hazards they identify on stairs, such as loose footholds, damaged handrails, or inadequate lighting. Promptly address these concerns to prevent accidents. Remember that the specific requirements for footholds and stair design can vary depending on the occupancy type, building code jurisdiction, and accessibility standards. It's essential to consult the relevant codes and standards to ensure compliance and create a safe and accessible environment for all users. When retrofitting existing stairs, carefully assess the existing conditions and identify any potential challenges. It may be necessary to reinforce the structure or modify the design to meet current codes and standards. Consider the aesthetic impact of stair design. Stairs are often a prominent feature of a building, and their design can contribute to the overall architectural style. Choose materials and finishes that complement the surrounding environment. Sustainable stair design can reduce the environmental impact of buildings. Consider using recycled materials, energy-efficient lighting, and water-efficient cleaning methods. In addition to the technical aspects of stair design, consider the human factors. Design stairs that are comfortable and intuitive to use, taking into account the needs and preferences of the users. Regular inspections and maintenance are essential for ensuring the long-term safety and functionality of stairs. Develop a schedule for routine inspections and address any issues promptly. Training and education can improve stair safety. Provide training for employees, residents, or building occupants on how to use stairs safely and report any hazards. By addressing all of these factors, you can create stairs that are safe, accessible, aesthetically pleasing, and sustainable. Remember to stay informed about the latest codes, standards, and best practices to ensure that your stair designs meet the highest standards of quality and safety. Remember to always prioritize safety when designing or modifying stairs. A well-designed and properly maintained staircase can help to prevent accidents and injuries.